everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my week 12 and 13 pregnancy update. I didn't do an update last week because I ended up getting sick. I don't know, with like a flu or something like that. I had a temperature. I'll go into that once I start my week 13 symptoms, but let's go ahead and start with week 12, the last week of the first trimester. I was feeling a bit heavier overall, even though I hadn't gained much weight by the end of that week. I had only gained, let's see, I have it here. I had only gained about 2.5 pounds in the entire first trimester, but I could feel the heaviness in my belly, especially when I'm laying down in my bed on my side. If I don't have a pillow supporting me, as I've been saying in past weeks, it feels a little heavier, which is normal. I also mentioned in my last update, and this continued, with the strong nails and shiny hair. I just cut my hair a couple days ago. I cut my own hair, and I actually did cut my nails a couple days after that last update, but they are still strong. They were just getting very, very long, and one of them was already short, and then this one broke. So I had 2 broken. I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna cut them because it bothered me so much that 2 were super short and 8 were super long. But they are still strong. I was feeling more energy in that week 12, but I was still feeling occasional sleepiness. And for some reason, all that week, I would be like craving coffee. I'm not really like a huge coffee drinker as far as like for energy. I like the taste of coffee. I like the smell of coffee, even if it's decaf. Decaf coffee, American coffee, Cuban coffee, I just like the smell and taste of coffee. I did notice in week 12 that my sense of smell kind of went back down to normal. In the early few weeks that I found out I was pregnant, I noticed that I could have like a heightened sense of smell. But now I realized that in week 12, it had already been like a week or 2 that I wasn't having that heightened sense of smell anymore. And it just kicked in, that realization came. In week 12, I was having some bad dreams more often than not. I'm not sure exactly why or what was causing it, but it's like 3 or 4 nights out of the week I had a bad dream. And also I was having occasional headaches, which I don't like really take medicine for. I don't like taking medicine really for anything. And then comes week 13, I was feeling like I was coming down with a cold or a flu or something at the end of week 12, and it definitely kicked in week 13. I got a fever. It went up to 100.7 degrees Fahrenheit. I did end up taking 2 Tylenol, which is, I searched like a Google search or something online and was checking what temperature I would need to start being concerned, especially while being pregnant. So while pregnant, female's body temperature is normally from 1/2 to a whole temperature degrees higher as a normal rate. So for me, that would be, my normal's 98.6, so that would be like about 99.1 degrees as a normal pregnancy body temperature. So once I started getting over that 100, I started really being concerned more for baby than for myself, because I know that increased body temperature is really hot on the inside of the body. So I did take 2 Tylenol that kept my temperature under control for a couple of days. And last week I continued to have those bad dreams. I'm not sure why, not as much as week 12, but still having bad dreams. Woke up because of the bad dreams, I would notice that I would tend to wake up with a slight headache on those mornings when I would wake up due to a bad dream. I did drink a couple sips of coffee last week in week 13. I had been craving coffee, like I just said a minute ago, during week 12 and even some in week 11. which I forgot to mention. So I did have just a couple sips of coffee just to kind of like get that craving away. I don't want to drink coffee every day and have that be a normal habit, because I just don't want all that extra sugar and caffeine in my system and going into the baby's system either. And also I am starting to notice that starting last week, I've started outgrowing some clothes, particularly undergarments, like my bra, etc., that I'm starting to feel like I might need to go a size up now. So I wanted to share, I think I did mention already, in my first trimester, I did gain 2.6 pounds total, so about a little over 2.5 pounds total for the first trimester. I weighed myself yesterday, and I was still at that 142.6 pound weight, and then I weighed myself this morning, and I was an even 143. So it kind of fluctuates. Like, I could weigh myself again tomorrow and be back down to the mid 142. So I'm somewhere around there. This morning my weight was even at 143. So we'll see how much weight I gain by the end of the second trimester, and I am keeping a log of that. So I also wanted to share kind of like my measurement. So my waist measurement before I was pregnant at all was 32 inches. I need to get a measuring tape, and I'll measure around my belly now and let you guys know what it is now, since I'm only 1 week into the second trimester, so I doubt it's changed that much since last week. I just didn't do it because I was feeling so sick. I was in bed all day. So let me go ahead and get a measuring tape, and I'll be right back, and I'll let you know what my measurements are right now. Okay, so I got my tape measure. I'm going to go ahead and measure. And I'm measuring around my belly button, so basically around the biggest part of my belly. I'm not measuring under my belly. I guess I could do both measurements. Let me measure, I guess, what I would consider my waist, which is under my belly. That is at 35 inches. Oh man, so I've gained 3 inches in my waist. Now around my belly, which is around the baby bump, I am at 37 inches. So I'm going to write that down real quick. 3 pounds and 3 inches is what I've gained thus far. Now let me go ahead and show you guys my belly. So you can see, let me straighten out my shirt here. I'm about to go to the gym and work out, so you can see my belly now. From the front and the other side. So definitely showing pretty quickly too. With my firstborn, I didn't start showing at all till I was closer to 5 months. Now I'm in the beginning of my 4th month, and I'm already showing as if I'm 5 or 6 months pregnant. I think I get a little bit bigger with each pregnancy. This is pregnancy number 9 for me, though I only have 3 living. 3 of my 9, this is number 9, so 3 of my previous 8, they're living. I've had some miscarriages, lost some, so this will be baby number 4 that I give birth to. And every time I have the next child, I seem to be a little bit bigger, which I'm actually kind of scared about, because my firstborn, when he was born, he was only 5 pounds 6 ounces, and then the next one was 6 pounds 7 ounces, and then the next one was sorry, I hear them screaming out there. And then the next one, wait, no, I have that wrong. The first one was 6 pounds 5 or 6 ounces. And the next one was 7 pounds 7 or 8 ounces. And then the third one was 8 pounds 8 ounces. So I'm kind of scared this one's going to come out to be like 9 pounds or something. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. Anyways, that is the end of my update. Thank you guys so much for watching. Pray this is not a 9-pound baby. Oh my gosh, wait, I did have in week 12, I had an ultrasound. We got to see the baby. I'm gonna insert pictures. And did we hear the heartbeat that time? We did hear it, but we didn't get a recording of it. But in the first ultrasound we got in the week 9, the baby was doing flips. Its head was facing this way the first picture, then this way the second, then this way the third, and we got like 6 pictures and they were all like flip-flopped. And then in week 12's ultrasound, the baby was literally doing a headstand. So I'll go ahead and insert that picture, maybe another picture from that same ultrasound. We don't know what it is yet. We won't find out until week, I think, 18. We have the date already set for the gender ultrasound, but we're gonna ask that they not tell us and that instead they keep it secret, put it in an envelope so that we can do a reveal party with our family. So that is the plan. All right, now I'm for real done for real this time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys next week. Bye.